Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here for a very casual, sort of fun video where I talk about my experience that I had at Anime Expo and the My Hero Academia movie world premiere. It was honestly a lot of brand new things for me. I've never been to an Anime Expo. I've only ever been to one Comic Con. That's the closest I can compare to an Anime Expo. So it was kind of a unique experience. I got to go with Hirohei, a fellow YouTuber. We hung out the day before and planned our trip to the expo the next day. I just had a one-day pass. But yeah, some interesting things happened, and I just want to talk to you guys about it because I feel like someone should catalog their experiences on YouTube with the My Hero Academia world premiere. And then I'll tell you guys some extra stuff that I did there as well. So me and Hirohei were hanging out the day before, and I was trying to decide what time I should go to line up for the world premiere line, because I figured there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be getting in line for this movie. So we looked online, and I was trying to gauge what other people were doing, and everyone's like 6 a.m., you know, like 7 a.m., and I was thinking to myself, I feel like that's going to be too late. I feel like that will not be enough time to make sure you get this movie, because it's very limited. Like, the amount of people I can go see this movie. And it's My Hero Academia, so it's very, very popular. So I made the arguable great decision to go at 4 in the morning. So I got out of the hotel at around 4 in the morning and got into line, because we were very close. We're like 10 minutes from the expo. So I got there at 4 in the morning, jumped in line with all the other dedicated people. There was like about 20 people ahead of me at the time, not a crazy amount. I was there pretty early. Some people had tents, they had chairs, and there I am standing with nothing but a backpack and some waters and no chair to sit on. That's going to come into play later. So we're waiting in line, and there's rumors going around that like this was the wrong line that we were in, even though I was almost positive it was the right line. Apparently there was like a bigger line forming at the front. We were kind of on the side entrance. So for the next couple hours, we're all like debating where should we switch lines or whatnot, and I just decided, you know what, either I'm going to see it from this line or I'm not going to see it at all, because I didn't know how well my position would be in the other line. So I decided to stay in this one. I don't know if I'll remember correctly, but I'll post pictures up on the side of my adventure. I met a lot of cosplayers during this wait. I met some great people online who we're passing the time with. I'll make sure to put those pictures up as we go along. So yeah, finally, this is like, let me just say, this was such a enduring wait. Basically standing around from 4 a.m. until they let us get in line for the passes, which was at 8. So it was 4 hours standing in this line, and by the time they let us in at 8 o'clock, the line for where I was at was over a mile long of people. And I was in the top 15 or 20, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got here early. I'm so happy I did, because I was like, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people who showed up late. So we go up the stairs, and I'm like, everyone who gets up the stairs is kind of jogging toward the guy who's handing out the tickets, because it's like, oh my god, I got to make sure I get one. And then he's handing out the wristbands, and I get one, so I'm like, thank God I made it. Like, I got a wristband. Now it's just all about the wait. And this is the part that sucked, because they kind of corralled us into this area. We have to stand on these painted lines on the ground to make sure there's enough room for everyone to get in. So we stand in these lines, and there's like about 1,000 of us all cramped all up against each other, and we stand there for literally like 3 hours. It sucked. I'm not even kidding. I was so sore for the rest of the day and like the next day after, because of how much standing you have to do in such an uncomfortable position. So here we are. We're waiting in line still to see this movie, and there's about like 1,000 of us cramped in this location. And then they finally let us in. And they let us into the theater, and everyone's just so happy and exhausted from waiting. And we're sitting in the theater, and there's music playing, and then the movie starts, and everyone's just having a great time. And the movie, it was such a really cool experience. If you want details about the movie, I did a separate review on that. Feel free to check that out if you want movie details. But as the movie's going on, you just get such a great feeling of all the fans that are in the stadium. Not the stadium, but like the room where it's being played. And whenever something funny happened, everyone would laugh, and like sometimes they would hint at moments of like a shipping between characters, and that you like hear a part of the audience go woo, and then like clap and stuff like that. It was just funny. It's such a cool thing to be a part of. And obviously all the hype moments, everyone's like, yeah, yeah, like just cheering. And it's just, this is the part that made it all worthwhile, like the 8 hours of waiting. And the movie was great, and just the fans, and they were awesome. So yeah, that was my experience waiting up until the movie and whatnot. And I hopefully posted pictures of some of the cosplayers and people that I met in line. They were such great people. They made the wait bearable. Now we're gonna get into some of the stuff that I kind of got at the premiere. So there's 3 items, well 2 technically, that they were giving away for people who were in the premiere. At every seat, there's like open seats. You just run up and pick a seat, and on the seat they're sitting kind of 1 or 2 items. Oh, it's basically 2 items. Inside of this sort of box, this is like a Chinese food box. This is, I'm not positive, but I think this is, you can only get this if you were part of the premiere. So I think these are rare. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I might be holding something kind of rare. So yeah, on the side we have like obviously the 3 main boys from the class. Kind of go around, and there's some cool decal on here. I'm sorry my camera is not the best, but then we go to the other side, and there's a colored version of them. On the top, it says Plus Ultra. And it's just this cool sort of, I don't know if there's detail inside. Hold on, let me open it up. I did close it because I felt like it would just be looking cooler closed. I don't want to rip this, though, so just be careful. Maybe I won't open it up. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not going to open it up right now. I don't think there's any decal inside, though. I think it's just kind of a reverse of what's on the outside. But inside, like, because they're setting up open on the seats, they had these cups, and these are kind of cool too. They're not plastic. They're like a cardboard. So I'm kind of make sure I'm gonna keep these in good condition. But yeah, we get a nice image of All Might on there. Some really cool decal on the sides. BC. I think BC stands for, what does it stand for? I think it says on here, Boon something Cafe. Yeah, Boom Goku Cafe. I don't know if that's a thing that's at the Expo, but yeah, we get some more decal on the side and stuff like that, so that's cool. So yeah, I don't know how rare these are, but I'm assuming that they were exclusive to the premiere, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna keep those in good condition on my shelf. The other thing they gave us was posters for the movie. Now, this is something I'm pretty sure is going to be available at other places as well. But it's still pretty cool nonetheless, and I had to make sure I got mine framed the second I got home. I tried to keep it in like perfect condition on the way home, and so I did get it framed. Here is the poster for the movie. Let me make sure I get in the shot. Who is your hero? My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, coming fall 2018. And if you'll notice, I actually put my wristband inside. These are the passes that we waited hours to get. So we ran up to the guy, and he put those alongside on our wrists so we could get entrance to the movie. So yeah, and this is now going to forever be kind of a special memory for me. I just realized one of these was not closed. There we go. Close that, because in the back you seal them with these pegs. Anyway, so this is really cool. It's actually double-sided. The back is sort of a poster for season 3 of the anime, but obviously this side's kind of cooler because it's the movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not exclusive to the event. I'm pretty sure you can get these anywhere, but it's still cool nonetheless. And it just kind of a grand memory, because when you go inside the room for the movie, they had them on a table, and you grab one and go take your seat. So that was really cool. So yeah, that was the premiere, the 2 things that I got in the premiere room. And after that, I was just so tired, because the night before I didn't get really any sleep. We got back to the hotel room kind of late, and I just could not sleep, and neither could Hirohei, which just, for whatever reason, we couldn't sleep. So I got like an hour of sleep beforehand, and then I got up and like waited for 8 hours. So I was exhausted, but I only had 1 day pass to the Expo, so I wanted to make sure I got the best of it, and I took a little bit of a rest, and then went exploring the Expo. Hirohei was doing some cosplay stuff, so I didn't meet up with him right away. I kind of walked around the the place where you can buy things, and there's two floors. The top floor is for buying like brand new merchandise and things from like Funimation and all sorts of other dealers and stuff like that. You can buy props for swords. It was a really cool place. I don't think I got any pictures of too much of that, unfortunately. But below, there's a place called Artist Alley. Now, Artist Alley is a place where people do all sorts of custom prints and other artworks, keychains, things that you'd see on like a Redbubble or things like that. And there's some really cool artwork down there, and I'm a huge fan of art prints. And I made sure, I was like, okay, I gotta get some really cool My Hero Academia art prints, because before this trip, I have 0 posters at all anywhere of My Hero Academia, which is really upsetting because I have things for like Breaking Bad. You guys can't see it. I have my Samus one. I have Saitama and Genos, not Saitama and Mob back to back over there. Maybe I'll give it a room tour one day. And obviously I got my Samurai Jack stuff back there, but I have no My Hero Academia stuff. Even though I have the poster for the movie, I was like, I gotta get more. I gotta get more, as long as they're good. And more I did get. So I got 2 more prints. And these were all very good price. I'll talk about that later, but I'll show the smaller one first. I'm going to save the bigger print for the end because that one's pretty damn epic. So this one was only $20, and look at this beauty. Look at this really cool, kind of stylized... I'm sorry for the glare. It's a really cool print of all the class of 1A, and obviously All Might. Is Aizawa in this? Okay, so everyone except Aizawa. That's unfortunate. But it has everyone else. And it's really, really, really cool, honestly, how they're drawn in this. Denki's in the bottom, and then you got Froppy right there. Make sure I'm showing it all well. Yeah, I just love the style of this. Very, very cool. I'm trying to make sure I can see it, but the thing's blocking the camera, so I can't tell how well I'm picking it up. What drew my attention is obviously the best girl at the top, Mina, and then just everyone looks so cool in this, and I really liked it. So yeah, this was only $20, and it's such a high, like, HD, really cool artwork of the cast, and I loved it. I had to grab it, and yeah, $20. The frames I got at Michael's when I got back home for my 2-hour drive. But yeah, so that is the second sort of art thing I got. And I have one more art print that I got. As some of you guys know, Bakugo is my favorite student in the entire show. I think he is awesome in every way. And I was like, you know what? I really want to get a dedicated art print of Bakugo. And I saw this, and I'm like, oh my god. This is glorious. This is so... Okay, before I show this, do you guys remember the outro of Season 2 when they're all medieval sort of outfits? You have like Todoroki and everyone, they're all medieval, and they're like knights and magic and stuff like that. Bakugo is kind of like a dragon king. He's riding on top of a dragon. He's got like the cape and everything. Look at this beautiful, just absolutely beautiful art print that I saw and I had to grab. Look at this. Bakugo, looking badass as ever, and riding on top of a dragon. Hold on. Okay, that's better. It's not focusing too well, but look at that, dude. Oh my gosh, the details. Okay, I'm going to try to get this up nice and close as best I can. Really, really cool. I wish I had a better camera to show this off better. But yeah, Bakugo riding on top of a freaking dragon. The smoke effects are all great. And my only debate was, should I get it this size, or there was one that was even bigger, like a giant poster. And I was like, I'd really like the poster one. I still kind of regret not getting the poster size one, but at the same time, this was already a little bit bigger than the other two. This is a 13 by 19 print size. Bakugo, being as stubborn as he is, he doesn't fit. He was too big for the 12 by 18 print posters, but he was too small for this size, because as you can tell, there's a small white border around there. I had to flip the stock image in here to make kind of a white background, because he was actually too small for this by a little bit. But it still looks really good. The white border kind of adds like a nice effect to it anyway. So yeah, I got that, and I'm very, very, very happy. And I'm gonna put those up very soon. So yeah, after that, I met up with Hero again, and we kind of went around, talked to a whole bunch of different cosplayers. We met a lot of really cool ones. Unfortunately, I didn't take as many pictures as I thought I did, but there was a whole bunch of My Hero Academia ones. There was a whole bunch of Sailor Moons. There's like all anime that you could expect. People were cosplaying. Yeah, I had a really, really good time. I'm definitely want to go back next year. Hopefully, even more than a 1-day pass. Most people who go have like a 4-day pass. I found that out, which makes sense. You save. It's more bang for your buck because I think it's only like a $10 difference between the 1-day and the 4-day. Obviously, you have to pay more nights for hotels and stuff like that, unless you live in the area. But yeah, Anime Expo was a great time. Thank you to Hiro Hey for kind of showing me the ropes of what Anime Expo is like. This is like his third year going there. That was a lot of fun finally getting to meet him in person. I met all sorts of really cool people at Anime Expo. Great experience. I'll tell you this, though. I'll never wait in line for anything that early ever again. My Hero Academia, the movie premiere, was a special exception. I had to do it, and I'm very happy I did, but I will never do that again. It was so exhausting, and I wanted to just roll over and die during that wait. It was terrible, but it was worth it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is kind of a strange video, just me kind of talking about my experience at Anime Expo, but it was really cool, and I feel like it's important to kind of share your experience at something like as special as the world premiere of a movie. Obviously, the show will get more movies in the future, but there's only ever going to be one first movie, so I feel like I should just give my perspective a little bit on that. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this has been my Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.